Dear citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, these are serious times, and serious times call for serious measures. Far too many of our citizens in the Federation are hurting and require immediate intervention. Within 30 days of taking office, a PAM government would institute St. Kitts and Nevis's Get Relief Plan, which stands for Gasoline, Energy, and Telecommunications Relief Plan. The plan sets out a bold vision and immediate actions to help individuals, families, and businesses get relief through a PAM CCM government aggressive plan to freeze gas prices and reduce energy and telecommunication costs so as to enhance the standard of living of the citizens of this federation. Our Get Relief Plan will see immediate savings, resulting in more money in the pockets of Kittitians and Nevisians. It is a robust plan supported by an efficient PAM-CCM administration committed to good governance. It will be inclusive, digital, green, and sustainable. In these times, governments need to take the lead in bringing relief to its people in areas that are beyond the control of the citizenry. Governments the world over are expected to meet the moment and champion the priorities on the side of its citizens. A PAM and CCM administration, with its finger on the pulse of the people, understands that and has secured a plan aimed at relief efforts in the areas of energy, electricity, and telecommunications. You see, these are not luxuries in these times. These are public goods. They are tied to our children's education and access to technology. They are tied to our families' ability to put food on the table and a roof over our heads. They are tied to work and to our artists' expression of their craft. They are linked to the supply chain and to import and export, and local vendors being able to secure markets. They are tied to families and friends being able to connect with their loved ones at home and abroad. Public utilities are a public good, intrinsic to the well-being, livelihood, and future of this nation. Public goods, therefore, demand national responses. A PAM and CCM administration will freeze gasoline prices at $14 EC per imperial gallon. That's a rollback of $4 from its current price of $18 and is expected to grow higher. The average driver spends about $800 per month on gasoline. The same driver will now pay $600 per month with a gasoline price cap. That results in a savings of $200 per month back in their pockets. Bus and taxi drivers will feel the relief and could invest the saving back into their businesses and into the economy. With the ongoing war in Ukraine and the never-ending pandemic, we must expect energy costs to continue increasing in the coming period, which will give rise to a new type of poverty. Energy poverty will become more prevalent in St. Kitts and Nevis if measures aren't implemented and if government does not intervene. A government's role is to use the resources available to enhance the lives of its citizens. 100 years ago, that meant food security. Today, that means energy security because it means connection security, it means information security, it means communication and technology security. We must, as a government, position our people and our society to meet the demands of the times in which we live and to ensure that to compete globally and provide locally, none of our citizens must be left behind. And so PAM and CCM Get Relief Plan will ensure that low-income households that qualify be issued a one-time grant from government, wiping out the current amount they owe to SCELEC. Let me repeat. A PAM-CCM government will pay arrears owed to SCELEC by qualified low-income households. In addition, these households will receive an ongoing stimulus payment of $100 per month toward their electricity bill. While we seek to bring immediate relief to households, we will simultaneously develop a new paradigm for energy designed to achieve a sufficient, secure, and reliable energy supply within 2 years by improving SCELEC's performance and rapidly expanding a diverse energy mix using solar energy. The sun is free. The wind is free. It is time to invest in renewable energies that are not only cheaper, but healthier and more sustainable. A secure and affordable energy supply is a prerequisite for economic growth to reduce costs and minimize disruptions to production while driving job creation. PAM and CCM will create a green stimulus package where businesses and households will be incentivized to convert to solar energy. Companies and homeowners can sell excess power back to the grid, thereby putting money into their pockets or reinvesting back into their business. Additionally, government will ensure that all new government-built homes are equipped with solar panels so that these households will have little to no monthly electricity bills. Government buildings will also be outfitted with solar panels over the next 5 years. Renewed investment in a diversified energy mix can be achieved quickly while alleviating a crippling energy crisis and facilitating a transition to a less carbon-intensive economy. The times demand it. Our people need it. We must respond to it. A PAM and CCM government will collaborate within the region to address issues in the area of telecommunications. For together, we are stronger and we go further. We have commenced discussions with telecommunications regulators within the region, and we are all aligned on the urgent need to address 4 key areas. 1. Universal service. There is no reason Nevis should be experiencing poor service or slower bandwidth while St. Kitts doesn't yet pay the same monthly fee. Providers would have to upgrade their networks, but in the meantime, adjustment to prices is being discussed to ensure a more balanced pricing scheme. Lower cell phone rates. Digicel was brought in so that cable and wireless or Lime or Flow would no longer be a monopoly, thus creating a competitive environment for the consumer's benefit. That is not our reality here in the Caribbean. We will work with ECTEL to ensure we can lower the rates throughout the region. Elimination of regional roaming. Customers can use their mobile devices across the EU without incurring roaming charges. We should be able to do so within the Eastern Caribbean community. We will work with regulators to address this issue. Finally, local number portability. We will seek to address this issue as a matter of priority so that persons can be allowed to keep their numbers regardless of who their carrier is. We are putting the telecommunications companies on notice that we expect better for our people, and we will work to deliver on that. Delivery of Get Relief Plan will require mobilizing capacity and energy beyond government and establishing solid mechanisms of accountability with social partners such as telecommunication providers and regulators. But it is an achievable goal. We have consulted with the experts and will continue to do so. We have adhered to the advice for building sustainability and resilience from multilateral bodies such as the United Nations. Through extensive consultations, we believe that the GET relief plan that we have put forward will help to realize the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals of St. Kitts and Nevis as a country, but more importantly and more urgently, it will bring much needed relief domestically to aid families and individuals and businesses. There is little doubt that there is a strong relationship between energy accessibility and poverty. And as customary, the most vulnerable, such as our children, our elderly, our differently abled, and our low-income families, are the ones that are most negatively impacted, although they are usually the ones that have contributed the least to the problem. A society that leaves no one behind is just that, a society that leaves no one behind. Any kind of poverty, whether financial, food security, energy, educational, is a poverty that is rejected and condemned by our one movement. The GET plan is a plan for all of society. This is a plan that leaves no one behind. Not families, not individuals, not businesses. This is what a caring government does. A caring government prioritizes its people. It's about one people under one flag, serving one God. It's about one movement.